How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and we're back on Madden. I'm going to be going over a team update as well as talking about how to kind of grind out the game a little bit. Just going over some quick pointers as I'm kind of activating some players and their abilities right now. I don't have the greatest team, but I have been grinding a little bit. I've also completed, max level of level 50. I'll talk about how to kind of do that. I had some help with some of my family members as well as I was kind of teaching some classes. So with that being said, I wanted to try and grind this game out a little bit. So we do have, a solid team. We've activated some players. Pause the video at any time, but I'm going to talk about some training points as well as how to upgrade some of these guys. So the best solo to do over and over again is the Jack Youngblood third solo. It's where you return a kick for 22 plus yards. You can honestly just keep replaying this over and over again and not even have to return the kick. I had my mom, just pressing the buttons in order to start up the solo, and she was helping me grind out to level 50 and to unlock this Andre Johnson, to unlock a bunch of coins, and I bought some of the packs that go along with that. So with that being said, training points are extremely expensive. If you're not spending money on the game, the only way to get training points is by buying and quick selling core elite players. I would suggest doing, 81s, 83s, 84s, guys like that to quick sell, but you want to level up through the MUT level challenges with that solo so that way you can get power up passes. That's how I was able to get a couple of these players like London Fletcher, Tyreek Hill. I don't actually have those overalls, or I guess their best overall card. I'm just using the power up pass, and that way I can put those abilities on those players. I'm going to go ahead and test out these. I have spent, but I've done it wisely on Team Chemistry with West Coast to get Lamar Jackson mid accuracy up over 80, or at least that to that 80 threshold. I've also used balanced defense to get a few attributes on all around defensive players. Anyway, we do have, an outmatched team. This guy does not have as many good players as I do, even though, my team's not even that great. We are getting him to roll out here with Lamar Jackson, but this opponent throws up a wobbly pass as he's throwing out of a sack. Edmonds is unable to catch that one. It's unfortunate. That card is very fast. He's got great hit power. I thought I timed it well with the triangle button, but there he's coming in with the secure tackler. That's a nice ability to have, so that way you can always tackle the player. I know that there's Barry Sanders out. I know that there's some pretty good running backs that you can get, like Warwick Dunn. This is one reason why you want Andre Johnson with Slot-O-Matic. That is probably the best ability that you can put on him. I have him, just running a simple crossing route, and he's going to make that play, or at least get a route running boost, as well as in last year's game you got a catching boost. I don't think you get that this year. We get a sacked fumble. We don't pick it up, but I'm using just a simple man coverage to kind of lock this guy down a little bit. The only guy that's not really good in terms of zone stats or man stats is Denzel Ward on my team, but he's very fast, so that will certainly help. I thought I might be able to swing this one back up the middle on this return, but there's A.J. Terrell making a nice play. Nice interception there. I'm going with the read option, trying to try out Lamar Jackson a little bit. This is my first game with them. This is my first game with a lot of these players. I used a different team last time, grinded the solos out a little bit, and now we have a much better team. So there with Larry Fitzgerald, we used the triangle button. I'm holding down triangle, kind of like a jump cut juke, and that's going to get me in the end zone right there. Now we're trying to play some defense. This guy's driving a little bit. He was able to move the ball a little bit. I struggle playing defense. You will see we get absolutely torched on defense every now and then, but here we get kind of a broken play, and Denzel Ward makes the play right there. Perfect timing on that pick, and Denzel Ward's always a really good card. I always like to use him, and I have him as a nat, so that's very helpful. This opponent could not stop this drag route, or this crossing route, I should say, with Slot-O-Matic on. He was running some man coverage. He probably realized that I do have a couple abilities on those players, and that's exactly why I have that ability, or those abilities in general. I'm trying the jump cut out a little bit. I'm trying what's called a jurtle. I don't really know if that's even a word, so I'm going to call it, a jump cut. That sounds more like a actual football move. I threw a pick right there, right to his player. I mean, I thought I was going to be open. I thought he was going to start to break open off that guy and actually cut in front of him. But luckily, he throws it right back to me. We have London Fletcher, who I don't really have. I mean, I have the power-up pass. And you can actually get this card up to a 90 using an 86 overall power pass. A really good middle linebacker to have. I just don't have the training to get him up there. Anyway, we're rolling out of the pocket. We do have Deadeye, or roaming Deadeye, on Lamar Jackson. I notice here that he doesn't have a safety in the right spot. He's using him, and Andre Johnson is much faster than Micah Hyde, and we are going to be able to run him on a streak, get in the end zone, and that opponent ended up quitting out. I mean, the teams were a little unmatched. This next opponent has a much better team, as he has Aaron Donald with an X Factor, no abilities, and he's also a very high level because he has that 89 Andre Johnson. The way to get that card is by playing that solo, like I mentioned, but then you also have to complete the level challenges. And it's very important to do so because you won't be able to get him past like a 75 or past the tier 2. So it's nice. I mean, here he's lighting me up with Andre Johnson, Tyreek Hill. This opponent, I could tell, was able to beat man coverage as well. I'm also playing terrible on defense with my user there with Jamal Adams, running around kind of in circles, not knowing who to cover because this guy's got slants going all over the place. I mean, no abilities on his receivers, and they're still getting open on man coverage. So it is possible. You just have to have those route running stats. You have to have the speed as well. I've definitely noticed that the better your team is, the better, the more speed and the better overall players you have, the better they're going to play. Here, Cam Akers, I believe that's his name. I'm still trying to learn some of these players' names that I have because I'm just going off of, like I said, speed attributes, different attributes in the game that play towards my play style. I mean, I'm just looking to take what the defense gives me, and here he just gave me the ball. I mean, he laterals it. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to lateral it back to Tyreek Hill, and that's why I'm sky kicking it there because, number one, I don't want to give up a touchdown to Tyreek Hill, and we have a chance for him to make a mistake. Whether he tries to make a move, we hit him with the hit stick, he fumbles it with his fullback, or we could potentially, just get the ball back on that lateral, which I wasn't even expecting. It cost him a touchdown, and that was actually a pretty nice play there. Open receiver at the end. I saw him, but I didn't think I could get the ball off with the right angle, so I kind of rolled out. That's what this guy's doing a lot of as well. I was trying to pick up a couple of things. Even though I'm winning the game, I feel like this guy's better than me. I feel like he's a better player. Hopefully he just makes a mistake. He doesn't have, any abilities on his receivers, and he's still throwing some great routes in there, throwing some great passes. And here he throws a laser beam dot over the middle on a post route. And I mean, I have that mid-out route running ability or catching ability on Tyreek Hill, but I haven't seen anything of it in this game. Here we get a crazy interception. I didn't think London Fletcher was going to actually make this play. He was playing in a mid-read, not a spy or anything, but it looked like he might have been playing in a spy. But I did kind of make a little bit of a mistake here late in the second half. I mean, I was pushed back, at the 2-yard line because London Fletcher just ran out of the end zone automatically. But I kind of gave away too many of my offensive plays, or too many plays that I was looking to run in the second half, kind of at the end there trying to score, and I really didn't have that much of a chance to score. I was just looking to not get a safety, which would have kind of changed the momentum a little bit if that's something that's in the game. It just seems like sometimes the players play better after a turnover, just little things like that. But anyway, here he kind of has a broken coverage. He's trying to stop that bubble screen. He's trying to stop up the run. So I guess in a way it helped me out. It opened up this broken coverage streak route to Tyreek Hill. We are able to score the touchdown and take that 2-possession lead, which is very important. I mean, now I can play a little more conservatively. I've switched to dime package. I know that dollar might be a little bit better. I recently just bought the Jets playbook because that's what I was using last year. And I use this dime package, 146 or 236, and it seems to work pretty well so far. I mean, I'm able to kind of bend but don't break. I'm not giving up as many big plays. We got him to a 4th down. We just weren't able to, stop him up. I feel like it's mainly Denzel Ward or mainly a couple of these lower guys, lower overalls like Patrick Peterson, 82, who have, a few lower attributes in man and zone. But there I saw, Christian McCaffrey running open. He used the playmaker. This guy has a lot of great receivers with great, route running and speed as well. We were able to get that interception earlier in the game in the red zone, and now he dots us up with a touchdown. 21-14 ball game. We have 1 quarter left. I'm looking to, take some clock down. I'm looking to drive the ball a little bit and at least come away with a field goal. The running game has been on point in this one. We broke open a couple big runs. This bubble screen has worked a little bit. I've mixed in a couple different formations. Here we're using, an inside zone with a motion on the tight end to try and get that advantage on the left side and also try and stay in bounds. Right here, we get to the 2-minute warning or so. I'm just waiting to run a couple more plays, hit that field goal, and the opponent just quit out of that one. He felt like it was over. He used his timeouts before the 2-minute warning. He was banking on getting a stop. After the game, though, I picked up a better center, so that way I could run the ball up the middle a little bit better, just check on, how many, see if I can make some upgrades and see a difference in the way those players play. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoy the content. I'll be trying to post as many Madden videos as possible. Peace out.